Again, so today I want to talk about this tweet from Spencer Fernando and Ezra Levant, his response to it. Anyway, Spencer Fernando, 56,296 Canadian businesses closed in June. Now, again, do I know that that number is 100% correct? No, but I do know that there is a lot of businesses that have closed. And I would trust that that number is relatively accurate, but nonetheless, it's still a lot of businesses. So Ezra Levant responds by saying, "No worries, the ruling class is having the time of their lives." And again, this is the thing when it comes to this whole lockdown situation that one of the big talking points you hear coming out of it is, oh, the rich have gotten richer. Well, and I literally just roll my eyes. Like I roll my eyes so much it's not even saying that would be an understatement. That you have all these people, like, I mean, for lack of a better way of putting it, like calling them the peasants would be a decent way of putting it, because they're the people that are they're so ignorant, like so ignorant that they don't even realize. I mean, some of them probably do, and they're just too stupid to figure it out, but they don't even realize that the rich have gotten richer because of policies you guys supported. Like I've mentioned this so many times, but there's still so many people that don't realize this. Like Walmart, Superstore, and these kind of places were allowed to stay open, but the mom and pop places and the small retail outlets, they had to close. So what in the world do you expect's going to happen? Like, are you guys honestly so stupid you couldn't predict what's going to happen when you shut down all the competition to Walmart? Well, what do you know? Their business goes up. Like, does it take a genius to predict that? Like, my God, some people are stupid these days. And this is the thing too, that their solution is just more of the same. Like it's just more of the same. And this is why I don't take these people seriously, because they're so ignorant. It's not even funny. And here's the thing: the rules only apply to the peasants, right? Like the rules only apply to you and me. They don't apply to the government. I mean, you look at how many examples of governments, these government people in government that aren't following the rules, whether it's not having a mask in areas where people have to have a mask, whether it's traveling when normal people can't travel. Like, how many examples of this do we need? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know how many more we're going to need before people wake up. And this is the problem, that most people are so ignorant because they've lost the ability to think critically. Like most people, they don't have the ability to think critically because schools and universities do such a terrible job. They don't even try to teach this. If anything, they teach the opposite of critical thinking. They teach just blindly believe the news, and what your university professor tells you basically is what they teach you. And not to mention too, the mainstream media constantly is bombarding people with propaganda. Social media is heavily biased towards the left. So again, like, of course things are going to be biased. I don't understand why it's even a question, but then again, the problem is that these kind of people are basically taught to be like, yeah, um, we don't want to question things. You're crazy to question things, right? Like these are the kind of people also that they view it as a badge of honor to be treated like a second class citizen. Like we've gone so far down the rabbit hole these days that we have a massive group of people that they view it as a badge of honor. They are proud to be subjugated. And like it boggles my mind. Like it boggles my mind. Why are people so proud to be treated as a second class citizen and to be subjugated? I don't get it. Like, I don't get it. Now, I think the goal is that the government just wants to grab more and more power. They want to just give people UBI, right? Like, and this is the thing, too, that the rich are not against a lot of the, like, this is the thing, too. People say, oh, we get a UBI and we got to tax the rich. No, the rich are for a lot of these policies, and this is another reason why these people are wrong, is that their policy position is, I'm against X because the rich, but the rich are for their positions, right? Like the rich agree with them on a lot of this kind of stuff. The rich don't care about income taxes. Like this is the solution. We gotta raise taxes. Well, the rich have ways of getting around said taxes, right? And considering the fact that the vast majority of these people were too stupid to figure out that when it came to Trump's taxes, well, yeah, when you have years when you lose massive amounts of money, you will pay no taxes. There is ways of writing off losses in which you can pay no taxes, right? So you have these people that are, this is the ignorance of these people, that they genuinely believe. Like I've heard multiple debates in person about this, and too many to count online. They genuinely believe that there is people that have billions of dollars in a bank account. Like they genuinely believe that. There is no one in Canada that has that. I don't. Jeff Bezos doesn't even have. The richest man in the world does not have $1 billion in a bank account, right? Like it's the insanity of these, and it just goes to show that they're just that stupid, and they'll probably never have money themselves, because the way you get rich is to use assets to your advantage. Having money in a bank account is everything. It's to your disadvantage, right? So this is genuinely how people think that rich people get rich. They work their 9 to 5 and they let the money in the bank pile up. But they're so ignorant that it's not even funny to believe that the way rich people get rich is almost always through some form of compound interest. Almost always, right? In other words, it's the value of real estate going up, it's investments. That's how rich people get rich, not by letting the money in their bank account pile up that the bank is charging them to keep their money there. Like having your money in a bank account is effectively a negative rate, right? Because you're charged to have money in a bank account. And at the very least you're gaining nothing, right? Like cash in the long run always loses value. In the long run it will always lose value. I mean, unless they go back on a gold standard or something like that, but that's not going to happen anytime soon, especially in Canada. So again, this is the big problem, that the 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 reason why things are so bad these days is that you have the ruling class that has convinced the peasants that what is in their best interest, and by them I mean the ruling class, is also in their best interest. And by them I mean the peasants, you and me, um, you know. But in reality, it isn't, right? Like what's best for the everyday citizen is not what's best for these people, because what's best for these people is the government getting bigger and bigger. What's best for them is more draconian lockdowns and mask mandates and all this kind of stuff that they don't even have to follow. And because of that, it's the big corporations that are going to gain more and more business, which again are usually, intertwined with the government already anyway. So again, it's just pure insanity. Like I don't get how people actually argue some of this kind of stuff with a straight face, but then again, here we are. So anyway, I wanted to make a video about this. So if you like to, make sure you hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure you follow me on um, Twitter especially, but also BitChute and Parler as YouTube and Twitter. Um, um, you know, backs. Um, Also, like I say, make sure you hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already, and stay tuned for more.